After Bhagwan's enlightenment, Bhagwan was trying to make a small Buddha field. He attempted at many places in Bodh Gaya, where Buddha has become enlightened, in Kashmir, where there is a tomb where Jesus has left his body, in Pahalgaon, and several other places in India. But it was not happening. Even for a enlightened master like Osho, to get a place to share his love, to create a Buddha field, in this mad world is so difficult. You can build a hotel, a casino, a circus, but to make a Buddha field, even for Osho, has to wait 21 years. He has been enlightened in 53, and the first Buddha field he could make in 74, after 21 years. So Pune, when he moved to Pune in 74, there was a very small gathering. I was there, fortunately, and we were about 18 people who were permanently there for. I was there only for a few months, but only 18 people. Some people used to come on Sunday to attend lectures. But Bhagwan was so relaxed. Ultimately, he had a home. He had a ashram. So all the lectures which happen in Woodland and in Pune one. In Woodland, he stayed from 70 June till March 74. So in a small group he was giving lectures. Most of the lectures happened in his library and some in the Sanmukhanand hall and some in the Cross Maidan. So that from 70 to 81, when Bhagwan left for America, so in 11 years, he spoke everything which was essential for a seeker. The best lectures are of that 11 years, from 70 to 81. And on 10th March 81, in Pune he was giving everyday lecture, but on 10th March 81, he went into silence. And he said that now he will not speak, only his presence will speak. So a new type of satsang started, silent heart-to-heart meeting. Because according to him, whatever essential, Bhagwan has already talked for meditators from 1972 till 81. So he went into silence. The original idea was that Bhagwan, idea was that he will speak through his only silence. So a very powerful meditation started. Silence, heart-to-heart communication. It was very powerful for people who were little bit tuned, who can tune themselves with Osho. So those lectures are very, very important, which Bhagwan delivered. He started speaking English from 70 when he moved to Woodland. Before that he was speaking only in Hindi. And in Pune he was speaking 1 month in Hindi, 1 month in English. So the smaller the gathering, the better was lecture. That's my understanding. The smaller was the gathering, the quality of lecture was more and more high. So Pune one was a paradise. He came in March, 21st March 74, or within 3 years, the Pune city was crowded by sannyasis. 10,000 sannyasi came from. In the beginning, there was only 18. We were 18 people listening to his daily lectures, and there was no hall. There was only one Lao Tse house, and he was delivering a lecture on the balcony of Lao Tse house, where about 25 people can sit on that balcony, 20 to 25. So in a small gathering, the quality of lecture was very, very high. Then when more people started coming, a chance auditorium was built there. About 200-300 people can sit. Chance auditorium was like size of this meditation hall, or maybe it was slightly smaller than. So about 200-300 people can listen to him. So again, his quality of lectures were very, very high. Then in 77, by the end of thousands of people started coming from all over the world, and Pune became a city of orange people. Anywhere you go into Pune, you will find people with mala and orange clothes. 10,000 sannyasi roaming in the Pune streets. So everywhere you can spot Osho sannyasi. It was difficult for him to accommodate people in Shansu, so he started speaking in Buddha Hall. He loved to speak in Shansu because he loved to speak in small gathering. His quality of lecture was always very high when he spoke in a small gathering. But there used to be more than 5,000 people to listen to him every morning. So a Buddha Hall was made, and Bhagwan giving lecture every month. 1 month in Hindi, 1 month in English. So those lectures are very, very, if you have to choose, if I have to recommend somebody, I will recommend, if you have to choose, the best lectures were in Woodland and till 77 in Pune, when this gathering was small. But all the lectures up to 81 was very meditative. Most of the lectures were very meditative. On 10th March, he went into silence, and on 20th March at 81, it was declared that Bhagwan will not speak. Now he will remain in silence. He remained in silence for about 3.5 years. He didn't want to speak again, but situation forced him because of the attack on Rajneeshpuram and conflict, internal conflict and external pressure. So Bhagwan he was unwilling to speak again, but again he has to speak from 74 onward. He has to speak. So he spoke for about another 5 years. So Pune 1 is for meditators, those who have lived in Pune 1, it is an ideal place for us. And the model, the love, because people were very loving in Pune 1. And very intimate, because it's a small gathering in the beginning, so people were very intimate. And it was possible to see Bhagwan every morning in the lecture, and in the evening you can have darshan. In early, the darshan was possible frequently, but later on it became little bit, because more people came, but in interval of 3 months you can get a darshan or Shaktipat from Bhagwan. So those were my golden days, Pune 1. For everybody who has lived in Pune 1, all old sannyasis, most of the people are leaving their body who live in Pune 1, but those who are alive, they will agree with me that Pune 1 was the ideal commune, and we received the maximum we felt the maximum loving energy and meditative energy. People were, if you can see the videos of Pune one, you will find that listeners were so meditative. All people with mala and orange clothes, and mostly sannyasin, male were with beard and very plain clothes. And it looks very graceful, even in video. If you see Pune one video, it is. So that is the model in my mind. And the Tapovan, we are trying. The blueprint of Pune one is in our mind, and we are trying to create the same energy field. And it has become. The people have, those who have lived in Pune one, they will agree with me that the energy has become the same, which was in Pune one. People were, there was no alcohol in Pune one, not even eggs. Not much entertainment, but much more meditation. It was not a resort, it was a really ashram. So Tapovan is slowly has getting same flavor, same energy. I don't miss Bhagwan here. It looked to me as if he's here all the time, like in Pune one. When we listen to him, it seems that we are sitting in his presence. So I don't miss him at all. I feel 100% that he is present in his non-physical form. So model in my mind is Pune one. Rajneeshpuram was a great dream of Osho to build a city of meditators, for 100,000 meditators. I've been there, lived few weeks each time. 2 times I have visited there. I lived there a few weeks. Energy I have left. Also visited once after the Bhagwan left it, and after it was destroyed. Still there is energy. There is no doubt. Still there is energy in Buddha Hall and some spot in Krishnamurti Lake. Still there is energy. But East can preserve the energy. No, it has a tradition to preserve the energy. West can create very good scientific lab, technological excellence. The West can do technical excellence in science and technology, but meditation and yoga and tantra and devotion, the East has its own culture. So I was missing Himalaya in Rajneeshpuram, tell you frankly. And trees and rivers, Himalayan river. Although Bhagwan was there, and so the spiritual energy were there, but physical beauty was not there. It was a barren desert land, so there was not many trees and not living mountains. So I was missing that. Yes, facilities were there, and we were building more and more facility. Unfortunately, up to only 4.5 years, it could survive. A very dream project. The fanatic people could not tolerate it. So those who have lived in Pune 1, if they are in, most of the people are leaving their body, those who have been in that time. But people who want to test the Pune 1, Tapovan is ready to welcome them, and they will not feel any difference. Bhagwan is very much present here. We feel him when we meditate. So we don't miss anything. Here we feel as if we are very close to our beloved Master. So that's why I told you that Pune 1 was the blueprint in my mind. So the communes which I am trying to help people, I am initiating people to build communes like Nirvana. That also has a flavor of Pune 1. The commune in Pokhara, in Lumini, in different communes elsewhere. So I'm trying to develop on the same tune of Pune 1. That's the ideal model in my mind.